x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the root for the quadratic equation, right? You already know this, and you also know that b square minus 4ac is equal to what? The discriminant. In your previous class you already learned, right? So b square minus 4ac is equal to what? Discriminant. We call it as discriminant. If this discriminant, that is delta, is greater than 0, then the roots are real and unequal, right? If the discriminant is greater than 0, then the roots of the quadratic equations are real and they are unequal. If the discriminant is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal, right? If the discriminant is less than 0, then there is no real roots, right? So if the roots are not real, then it will be what? Complex. If the discriminant is less than 0, then the roots are complex and conjugate to each other. Okay. So in quadratic equation, this is the root of the given quadratic equation. This is the formula. And if the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, is greater than 0, then the roots are real and they are unequal. If the discriminant is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. If the discriminant is less than 0, then there is no real roots. So if the discriminant is less than 0, then the roots are complex and they are conjugate to each other. So in this class, I am going to find the roots of the quadratic equation whose discriminant is less than 0. So less than 0 means the roots are complex numbers, and also they are conjugate to each other. So these two you already learned your 10th standard, right? So roots are real and unequal, roots are real and equal. If the discriminant is less than 0, so there you write as there is no real roots. So in this class, I am going to teach how to find the roots. If the discriminant is less than 0, then the root become what? Complex and they are conjugate to each other. Understand? So solve the following equation. So in this problem, for all, the discriminant is less than 0. Okay. So this is the first problem. So given that 2x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. So this is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? So this is a quadratic equation. So then what is the value of a here? A is 2. B is equal to what? 1. And c is equal to 1. So we have to find the roots for this quadratic equation. Okay. So what is the formula to find the root of the quadratic equation? X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the formula to find the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay. Now substitute the values. That is equal to minus b means 1 plus or minus square root of b square. So b is 1, that is 1 square minus 4 into ac. So a is 2 into c is what? 1. Okay, divided by 2a. That is 2 into, what is the value of a? That is 2. So I just replace the values. Now simplify this one. That is equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 square is 1 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 1s are 8 divided by 2 2s are 4. That is equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 8 is equal to what? Minus 7, right? Divided by 4. So remember that if we have square root of minus 7, then you write like this. This can be written like this. It becomes minus 1 our x. That is, this is the root. So observe that this is a complex number, right? So here we have imaginary number, that is I. So this is of the form a plus ib. And also observe that here we have plus or minus. So we have two roots. So one root is minus 1 plus root 7i by 4. And another one is minus 1 minus root 7i by 4. So if the discriminant is less than 0, then the roots are complex and they are conjugate to each other. Conjugate means here we have plus and another roots have minus. So they are conjugate to each other. So this is the method to find the roots of the quadratic equation whose discriminant is less than 0. This is the root. Understand? So we move on to next one. Next problem. X square minus x plus 2 equals 0. So first write down the values of a and b. A, B, C. What is the value of a? So ax square plus bx plus c formally there. So value of a is 1. So value of b is minus 1. The value of c is equal to 2. Coefficient of x square is a. Coefficient of x is our b. And the constant is our c. So we know that what is the formula? X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. That is equal to minus b. b means minus 1. Minus b. Understand? Plus or minus square root of b square. b means minus 1 the whole square. Minus 4 into a into c. So 4 into what is a? 1 into c. What is c? 2. Divided by 2 into a. What is the value of a? 1. Understand? Now simplify this one. So minus into minus become plus. So it will be 1. Plus or minus square root of minus 1 the whole square. Which means minus 1 into minus 1. So minus into minus become plus. 1 ones are 1. Minus 1 the whole square means it becomes plus 1. Understand? So here we have minus 4 ones are 4. 4 twos are what? 8 divided by 2 ones are 2. Okay. That is equal to 1 plus or minus square root of again 1 minus 8 means minus 7 divided by 2. Or you can write like this. 1 plus or minus square root of minus 7 can be written as root 7 into I. Understand? Divide by 2. And this is our roots. So here we have two roots. These are complex roots and they are conjugate to each other. Understand? So very easy problem. So the next problem. Third problem is x square plus x plus 1 by root 2 equal to 0. So observe that this is not of the form ax square plus bx plus c. So first you have to convert this to this form. So for that multiply whole equation by root 2. So it becomes root 2 x square. Multiply the whole equation by root 2. Why? Because in the denominator we have root 2. If you multiply whole equation by root 2, so root 2 we get root 2 divided by root 2. So both gets cancelled. It is equal to 1. So root 2 x square plus here also we get root 2x plus when you multiply this term by root 2 divided by root 2 becomes 1 is equal to 0. So now this is of the form ax square plus bx plus c. So what is the value of a here? Root 2. B is equal to root 2 and c is equal to what? 1. Understand? So now write down the formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay. Now substitute the values. Minus So minus root 2 plus or minus square root of. So square root and roots gets cancelled. It becomes 2 minus. So 4 ones are 4. 4 into root 2 means 4 root 2. Whole divided by 2 into root 2 means 2 root 2. In the next step, that is equal to minus root 2, write as it is, plus or minus. Here in this term, take root 2 outside. Okay, so in this term, take root 2 outside, so it becomes square root of. It becomes square root of root 2 ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ 1 minus. So 4 root 2. In that, if you take root 2 outside, it becomes 2 root 2. Whole divided by what? 2 root 2. Understand? So in the next step, in numerator, take root 2 as a common factor. So root 2 take as a common factor becomes. So when you take root 2 as a common factor, here you get minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 2 root 2. Okay, whole divided by 2 root 2. This is our roots. So can I write here once again? The root x is equal to root 2 and take outside common factor. So it becomes minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 2 root 2 whole divided by 2 root 2. This is our root. Understand? So the next problem, solve the equation, quadratic equation x square plus x by root 2 plus 1 equal to 0. So again, this is also not of the form ax square plus bx plus c. So first convert this to standard form. Okay. So here also multiply the whole equation by root 2. So it becomes root 2 x square plus. When you multiply here root 2, so root 2 get cancelled. So you will get x only. Plus if you multiplied 1 by root 2, 1 into root 2 become root 2, that is equal to 0. If the given equation is not of the form, general form, that is ax square plus bx plus c, first you have to convert that equation to general form, then you have to apply this method. Okay, so then what is the value of a here? Root 2, b 1 and the value of c is root 2. So what is the formula? X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Okay, that is equal to minus b. B is 1 plus or minus square root of b square. B is 1, that is 1 square minus 4 into a into c. What is a? Root 2 into c. C is also what? Root 2. Okay, right? Divide by 2 into a. A means what? Root 2. Okay, now simplify this one. Minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 square is what? 1 minus. So here we have 4 into root 2 into root 2. Okay, I write here. So we have 4 into root 2 into root 2. Right? So 4 into. So root 2 into root 2 become 2 2s are 4. Okay. So 4 into. What is root 4? Root 4 means 2. So 4 2s are 8. Understand? So 4 into root 2 means, so it becomes 4, it becomes root 4. Root 4 means 2. So 4 2s are 8. Divide by 2 into root 2 is 2 root 2. Understand? It is equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 8 is minus 7 divided by 2 root 2, or it is equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of minus 7 is equal to what? Root 7 into I. So root 7 into I whole divided by what? 2 root 2, and this is our root of the quadratic equation. Understand? So definition.